let's talk about leave the world behind. A verse that I always hear actually also in social medias and some sharings, and some says, if you're still thinking of money, you're not leaving the world behind. No, we didn't understand. Because how can we leave that money if we needed it? From the very beginning, it's always invented, and we are using it right now. We are delusional, illusional if we are acting like we didn't need it. It's like use your wisdom well. That's what our Father always tell even God or Lord Jesus Christ or the Holy Spirit that saying something to you but you're not listening to it. What's the connection of that? Leave the world behind. As you earn through your job, through every task in this world, through that money. Simple as common sense. Earn with the right path, not with the wrong path, which is coming to deceiving, etc. Since we are illusional and delusional also, if we act on that path. Why? We ourselves knows that that path is wrong, but we are convincing ourselves that that's the way to get that money. We are delusional and illusional at that part that there's always an easy money and there is a lucky person. No, all that have become millionaire, even Chinese actually do loan until they make that money grow and use it wisely, not spending wisely. That's how we are actually this we are just only spending in when that money was gone, we are complaining reality. And that's why we cannot remove ourselves to do those kinds of things, because we compare our status to others. There's status, some people's status is like that because, well, of course, and bad example also, they made it that status through bad, but some they did it through hard work. Some didn't have a sleep and didn't have a time from their family. They have a lot of money, but sometimes there's always an imperfection in something. That's why if they have a family, their family complains also because they don't have time from them. So everything should be balanced actually. You can still go with that plan or your passion through balancing. Well, I'm working with that also, coping, because as you progress actually, the expenses progress also. That's the people that doesn't understand also. You're lucky because like that they didn't understand that as your life progresses also, the expenses also progresses. So it depends always in balancing. You're actually lucky if you already felt satisfaction of what you are in that state of your life, being a poor, a middle class, or a rich person, that you felt already is in peace inside you, that even your family doesn't have time to you, but you know how to cope and adjust in that situation, that your feeling inside is so content. You know, some people understand this is in peace inside. And what I mean also, why some people cannot understand? Because they are fighting their self inside through pride and ego. And irritation comes, and a negative energy will come through them, and it will affect everything. That's why I can say there would be stress, depression, anxiety at that part. Actually, in I have observed also that unknowingly, when you are looking on a one person, why are you irritated in one person that actually didn't do anything? Just looking at that person, well, maybe he or she is one of that 144,000 people, a light worker, or has a big purpose in this world. Or I can say exactly that is the person that doesn't like you. By just looking at that person, you vibrate and irritated with the energy that person giving you. So it depends. There's two reasons also. That's how energy also works actually. Sometimes, on some reasons, why do you feel on one community like they don't like you? Because if one started, the other vibrate it, and they will feel it, and the other vibrate it, and it's like they vibrate one another. Why they doesn't like you, or they say something to you, or they don't agree on the part that reality. That's why there's always people that say something on someone. The contentment itself, another evidence of uncontentment and contentment. What else? I forgot the others. Wait. So just continue it until I remember that other part. So in respecting also or unrespecting someone, it's like the same. Or in being feeling unhappy on a life situation. If you already start, one person already started those kind of energy, everyone will. So it really is, it depends on itself. So there's an id healthy and unhealthy also. Self-love id, which is already satisfied, and id self, which is on the part of compare, complain. Well, let's put compare also on the self-love, on the healthy side. All I can say, because you can still learn on compare. Like you compare that if you saw someone that did something bad, something to one person, you compare that I will do better than being like those kind of people, right? Or anything else in those kind of acts of sex, the more advanced sins, those crimes, the killing, the sexual assault, etc. It is all about the control itself. It all starts from brain, and how it depends on the person, how he or she react on that thing that will come in the brain. Sometimes some people say that they will hear something in their ears, then act with the brain. Then because I saw one actually comment also on a video that the evil side actually work in the spiritual world. True, because there are evil spirits. So it depends on you. If your spirit, you want your spirit or soul will synchronize with that evil spirit, you work behind, right? As God will work behind, but you have to work physically also. I won't say that you have to be silent so that God will work. How can He work if you won't do the work itself? How will God help you to be rich if you won't do a work? How will God remove that stress and depression and anxiety if you won't work to yourself? How will God give you the love that you really wanted if you won't allow to happen to it? And of course, there's a part of praying also. A praying of, I can say, a positive or negative. As long as it all came from your heart, the emotion, the real emotion. Well, sometimes he is hearing on a hatred prayer because you were hurt, still came from emotional. Just be vigilant on the answers, because the answers would be a lesson to learn, or I can say he will tell you, like, why on the state that you were hurt? What's the reason? So it's like questioning, right? You realize it through yourself, right? So there's always a reason why people are hurt. In some instance, reality, even though we are not doing something, some people are really like unknowingly doesn't like you. That's reality also. So we have to accept that one. There are things that we cannot explain in this world. That even though we did something or we didn't do something, there is something. So even though we didn't explain or we explain, it's sometimes nothing. Or I can see there is a reason. So the major part that we are living to have a purpose in this life is not only to give lessons to someone or learn from someone, but to grow also. Because actually, yeah, as I said, we are still in the toddler energy, even though we are on the age of 90s or 80s or 70s. That energy that we cannot understand. It makes us toddler also sometimes because of this pain and trauma. Then we are making unwise decisions that leading us to more sins and to do sins until we didn't realize that we are already at that state of toddler energy, being lower vibrational. I think it's better to question everything than thinking that we are mature but actually we are not. We know everything but actually we are not. We have to accept that until we die, we are still learning. No one is intelligent or a wisdom that can actually explain maturity itself or experience. Nothing. It's just that we have to use it wisely and not unwisely. Those gifts that our Father have given, and don't going through the trap of evil side. That's why it is true that some says that we are already in the New Testament. We should not doing those Old Testament already. Like those kinds of doing black magic rituals and having a lot of women to marry, or acting like a pagan. You can also be a pagan, but in advance. Like the practicality. And government is having a delusional also if they think that if they are going to add some tax or make the tax more higher and higher, they are saving their countries. No, they are delusionals and illusionals if they won't accept that. They have to lower that so that we can go again. Because if you make it more higher and higher and higher, and there's a lot of businesses that are closing, it's nothing. If we lower that tax and fix that tax that we are giving to people, and of course, not only the government itself, also the people who complains maybe are most of the reasons are lazy. How about you work and try? Then if you tried and it doesn't work, and that's the part that you complain. Because reality, if we work and work and work, well, my complaint is about working, but nothing is happening. Because those actually taxes and the high price of goods are actually affecting. The people wanted a lower price, but they didn't also realize if you're having a business, they wanted your price to lower. But how can you get a stocks if the higher price is the stocks that you are going to buy is higher? Well, there's a really a chaos. We didn't realize, so some people also that doesn't know how business works are, they didn't know that there's a lot of tax to pay. The stocks of the price is high. The gas for the transportation, if you are renting the space of that business. What else? Well, the effort to get that at least the lower price that they wanted, it's so hard to find the lower price actually. As they are also working in the farm, if they think that their work is harder also, it's the same. Business or farm or company or office, it's the same equal work. It's just that they are using physical, some are using brain. And if you are using your brain, it drains you also like using your physical. It's your choice that you didn't work, I mean study well in school, and you, well, because the reasonings of other people that I didn't study, but actually their parents before is telling them that you have to study well, not to marry early. There's always a reasons why we are in that place that we didn't like. But there are some reasons also that why even though we like that situation, but that part doesn't like us. It's a protection itself also. That even though you tried everything, but it's like putting you away more and more. But if you strive to get what you like, maybe that's not your time, but there's a time for everything. Maybe it would be late given to you. Maybe there's a part that God is protecting you to something, so that something, if it's already gone, well, you will get already what you wanted. Like in a situation in a company, this old man is etc etc etc. You are under on that man's company, but you strive more to get higher position, but you cannot. The thing that the newly person came in the company is the one who got the higher position. But when that old man was actually changed by the younger, and instantly that younger recognized you. So there's a difference, or I can say, not only that example of situation, it's only an example. If it's spirituality through our Father in this physical world, it's the same also, but with a different situations, like those light workers, I can say. Or something about also from evil side and good sides. There are some reasons that sometimes evil side always wins first until something realize that why that evil is there, then the good side will win at the end, always at the end, right? um Maybe the thing that I'm talking about that I forgot, maybe I already explained through this because still I cannot remember what's that part. I just remembering this morning, but I'm lazy to do a video. That's why. Yeah, reality. We have to do the work while our father will synchronize. Those things that we wanted. Silence is more powerful, as they say. Means you work and go through your purpose silently, and that means not exactly silently, but just do it. Maybe, not maybe, but actually, you remove that unhealthy complain. Just be silent, do it. You can talk actually and correct someone that is doing bad, but still silently go to your purpose. That's what I understand about that silent. Be courageous and confident to do those purposes and everything. Don't let others stray you. That's silent. That's what I'm understanding. Remove yourself from that unhealthy complaint and compare. And the competition. Well, I can say make a competition to yourself to make it more confident and courage to that purpose that you are doing in this world. That's better than competing with the other that actually will destroy you. How about competing with other to make more better, right? Not destroying someone with healthy competing, right? So maybe this is enough. Thank you for watching. It's long again, so maybe I will fast forward this one to make it short, and because I know well, the way I talk, it's slow. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, click the bell notification, comment if you want to share to the next videos.